Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick video. It's Saturday afternoon, Jason just left, and I know a number of you, our Patreons, had wanted to see a quick tour of the new shooting shack. So this entire week has been dedicated to getting it finished out on the inside. You will see over my shoulder some insulation still showing. That's because we ran out of the wall material, and they didn't have enough at the local hardware store, so we bought what they had. When they get another shipment, we'll finish it up here over the course of the next couple of weeks. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys a quick tour because a number of you had asked, hey, show us what it looks like. So this is just for our Patreons. I don't want to give a whole lot of information out that's easily found online and people can drive by and see things and make the connection like, oh, there's the MAC range. So this is going to stay private just to our friends here and family here on Patreon. So I'm sitting at the shooting bench right now. We put 3 windows in, and these windows are going to be how we shoot out. Now, the 2 windows on either side are the biggest windows, and I have the little window here in the center that I shoot out of quite a bit. I originally had planned that to be a window that I would put a sliding window in eventually, and then use that for standing and shooting handguns out of here. But then I decided it's kind of nice having a little bit more room behind me. When Jason's over there filming, I'm not right up against a wall. You can see the bench that we put in. It's only about 31 inches this way. So I was originally going to make it where it came out and it was more sculpted and you kind of, sat with it coming out like this and it cut back in. But I didn't want to limit myself on which angles I could shoot from out of the windows. This is probably going to wind up being my deer blind now in the winter as well. So anyway, I thought this flat bench would work good. It gives us shooting positions from all 3 positions, and when my friends come over and we do some shooting, we can all shoot all at once. So you can kind of see the pegboard material. So anywhere we can kind of hang stuff like this. So we can just put stuff where we want, coat racks, things like that. Over here in this corner, I'm probably going to put a workbench over there, and that workbench will be used to work on guns. I'm thinking about maybe putting a single stage loading press there so we can work up loads and play with that. I haven't done reloading in a long time. It'd be kind of cool to work up a load, go over, sit down, shoot it, come back over here, make adjustments. I've always kind of wanted to be able to do that, and this kind of makes that possible, maybe. We do have a big roll-up door. So just outside here, we've put gravel down, and so the Polaris can pull up over here. We can roll that door up and then move ammunition in and out of here or other heavy things. Have another window over here on this side. So this would be the north side. For just some light, I've put some screen over the windows. This is so rifles that are ejecting brass, especially AKs, don't give a piece of brass through the glass and break a window. Up here, we have heavy support. I'm probably going to wind up stockpiling the ammo up here because it can handle quite a bit of weight. Right now, I just have this little cheap rack that we're putting ammunition on, but we're going to get it organized into bins and things like that. Also leave magazines and stuff out here so we don't have to constantly bring stuff up when we shoot. So we can always use this, even when we're shooting outside over on the hill, we can use this kind of like as a storage place for all the stuff that we need to film. You'll notice we still have some exposed insulation here. That's because we ran out of that pegboard material. Over here we got a little thermometer. At big number 57 is how warm it is in here right now, and it's 23 degrees outside. So got that little thermometer going. You can see, I wasn't sure, we ran the joists up here so we could hang a ceiling, but I didn't know if I really wanted to put a ceiling up there. I kind of like having that headspace, but now I got the joists up there, I might as well maybe put a ceiling up there. That's a future project. I don't really want to mess with it right now, but we may actually do it. Over here is the primary door where we come in and go out of. And also it's kind of cool with this pegboard stuff. We can put up shelving like this. And the ATF hat is a joke. I'm not an ATF agent. Oh yeah, then we got these are Savior. The company name is Savior. They made these gun racks. I ordered one. They sent me a whole bunch of them. I put another one over here. So one is meant for regular sized rifles, and this one can fit SBRs and things like that. We have a brass bucket. We're actually keeping the brass from in here. We'll probably take the brass bucket to copper when it's full and just put a sign on it. Mac brass from videos, $100. You can have all, a whole bucket of brass of assorted calibers. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, it looks really good in here. It's a lot darker now that we put this dark pegboard in here. And I'm probably going to run some more shop lights like this. Right now I have 2 of them. They're really lightweight. These are LEDs. And we run this off a Jackery. A Jackery is a rechargeable battery system that's really, really cool. And right now these 2 lights will run for 8 or 9 hours, probably more than that, off the Jackery. I'm probably going to run 2 more of them. Right now they're sitting over where I shoot primarily to give us good light. But we ran electrical over here and down behind the wall, and the plug for the Jackery pops out down here, and that's what gives us power. I don't want to drop a line down here because it'll be $70 a month just for the line drop, plus whatever electricity I use. I'm more inclined to pick up the solar cells for the Jackery, and in the spring just leave the solar cells outside charging the thing. And then it's just basically free energy, which is pretty nice. And very green of me. Let's walk outside. I want you guys to see the outside because a lot of you guys have wondered what it looks like. Woo, it's cold out here. Sometimes I think that heat leaches onto my thermometer because I'm telling you, yeah, it's 21 degrees out here according to my watch. But this, okay, so here's Brass Hill, and you can see the range back there. That faces directly west. The wind is pretty bad usually, so that wind will come straight out of the west and will hit us straight in the face when we're sitting over there. And it gets cold in the winter, so that's why we had this built. So this is the outside of it. It's 12 feet by 16 feet in size, and has an 8-foot ceiling, but then comes to a steeple. So it's not huge, but it's definitely big enough for us, for 2 people to work in here. And yeah, so it's pretty nice. A lot of work to finish it out. Again, the Yoder family just put the basic structure up, framed it for us, and then we had to do the rest. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with the way it turned out. So it's pretty nice to be able to shoot in here now in the winter. And so I hopefully that answers your questions about the shooting shack. Again, this is just for our Patreons. I don't want everybody out there knowing exactly where we're at, stuff like that. This is kind of private stuff, so we keep it in the family and Patreon. So anyway, if you guys have any questions about it, post those questions down below and I'll answer all your questions. It's been an interesting project for sure, but it's really nice to have it mostly done so we can now use it because we're well into winter. We've been in the teens and single digits now for almost 3 weeks. Next week's another week of it. So it's going to be a solid month of like really cold for us. I know some of you northerners are going to say, more northern than us, are going to say, oh, you don't know anything about cold. It's 10 degrees below zero or 20 degrees below zero here. Yeah, well, I'm glad I don't live that far north. This is bad enough. So single digits is cold. And then when you get the wind chill in there and it's negative 20, that's more than I want to deal with. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed taking the tour. I know some of you are worried about the propane that we use for heating, and you want to get like a CO2 sensor or whatever. I will probably put one of those in here, but we keep a window open mostly when we're shooting. So there's good airflow because the windows are facing to the west, the wind's coming out of the west, and it freezes me sitting in front of the window. All right, that's enough. I've talked too long. I'm good at talking, I guess. All right, guys, if you have any questions, down below. Thanks for being Patreons. It means the world to us. We couldn't do it without you guys. Talk to you soon.